and welcome to this spoiler-free review of Captain Marvel. I'm joined by Abu.
Hello.
And we're just going to jump straight into it. So I went to see it in the IMAX. So I want to talk a little bit about that.
On the hype IMAX hype, yeah, go ahead.
IMAX hype. I got a free poster though.
Yeah,
and it is a slick poster. It's really nice.
Boy.
Yeah, I know. I'm adding it to the collection. So we'll just jump straight in. So we've got director Anna Boden and Ryan Fleck, who have done a couple of films together before. Cast, obviously Brie Larson and Samuel Jackson are the main two that we're looking at. And then we've got like Jude Law, Ben Mendelsohn, Clark Gregg, and so many others that we want to talk about. So I'm going to throw it over to Abu for your initial reactions.
Initial reactions, okay. To be honest, firstly, we've got to get the politics out of the way. I know there's a lot of politics behind Brie Larson. What she said has kind of made the whole atmosphere for this movie a bit toxic. So I kind of wanted to just remove all that. I'm like, this is just to do the film.
Yes.
Nothing to do what she said or what her views are or what people want. Because I know people are trolling online, giving it 1% before it even came out. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Things that that she never said or she did say.
Whatever. It's like, that's just that aside. So the film in general, I think is a perfectly solid Marvel film. It's not one of the best. That's a high standard, to be honest, anyway.
Yeah.
It's not the worst, like Dark World or Incredible Hulk level. It's perfectly slap bang in the middle.
Yeah,
I think it works as an origin film. There's only so much you can really say on an origin film because there's not much to really work on. I mean, the only build-up she's had is a pager.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's hard to really work on that. I mean, even Black Panther had Civil War to come in and give a bit of development to him. So I think as an origin movie, it works well. I did love the 90s vibes to it.
Oh, I love the nostalgia. Absolutely. Just the blockbuster bit straight away, I was like, yes.
Or the dial-up modems. And stuff like that.
He lands on a poster of Arnold Schwarzenegger in True Lies.
Or when they're watching the film load and they're all just sitting there going, and then the series is loading.
Like, what is this? Yeah. It's loading.
It's loading. So yeah, the humour's
on point.
Talos, who's like the leader of the Skrulls, he is so damn charming and like there's so much swag in that film. I'm like, damn. So,
you're my science guy.
I did not expect him to be that like you're really warm to the character.
He was really smooth.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. At first, I'm not really sure what you feel about the guy, but after a while, by then, like, you know what, I'm firmly on whatever side he's on.
Yeah.
So another positive, Fury and Goose. Fury first. Yeah. I think Fury and Carol, them two really, whenever they're on together, really pushes the film up. So whenever those two guys are interacting, it's amazing, it's funny. Nick Fury, I mean, the CGI I think is incredible.
Like, oh my god.
Like CGI, after I never realised this. I mean,
and Adam Coulson as well.
If Marvel can do that, why can't DC with a moustache? I mean, it really does put people in
We always go back to the moustache.
Even my brother says, like, how come they make Samuel Jackson look 30 years younger without any noticeable flaws? But moustache really killed the entire franchise.
They ran out of money.
Yeah, they ran out of money. So, because, the problem with Carol in the film is that because she's playing someone who doesn't know who she is, there's not really much for her to show who she is. Much of her personality.
It does have very much a Thor vibe in that kind of like fish out of water style about it.
So I think anytime she's with Fury, you get to see a bit of who she's like rather than who am I, what am I doing, let's go to there. And
then when she meets Maria as well later on, you get a little bit more of who she was.
Yeah, I think, because definitely a character does take a while to build up. Like the first act of the film is pretty, to be honest, I was a bit not really feeling it at the start.
I agree.
It took a while for it to get in. I think as soon as it lands to Earth, that's when it kind of really...
Yeah, I was going to say, when they're on Hala and when they're on the mission, like her interaction at the beginning with Jude Law, like in that fighting thing, it was really... It felt really forced. It felt a bit awkward, and I was just kind of like,
that control emotion.
Is it going to be like this all the way through? And then she lands on Earth, and then I was like, okay, I'm on this.
There's like whole like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of spin off on a mission on a planet. I'm like, okay, but I don't really know who anyone is. There's no stakes involved.
Well, the only person that I recognised was Korath.
Is it the Who guy? The one that says who? That's what I know. I'm like, is that the Who guy? Like, who's that? I'm like, the guy says who? In Guardians. Yeah. Who?
Him, Korath. Yeah. I was like,
nice little Easter egg there.
I know you.
It's the Who guy.
That was good.
Yeah, I think like on the bats, I think the first act is very slow. It's weak. It's very weak. I wouldn't say it's really interesting. You could cut that whole mission by like 10 minutes. And just throw it up straight away.
I mean, it does set up the whole like the initial scroll.
Oh yeah, you need some
interaction and
stuff. It drag on a bit.
But it does drag on a little bit. And I was like, can I get my phone out?
Yeah, can I just see the Nick Fury 90s stuff? That's what I'm here for. So I think I mentioned one thing else about the start is, I mean, it does well in setting it up, but like I said, the characters are just not interesting. Like none of her team members are interesting. Well, Jude Law is probably another negative. I did not really feel anything about that character, and his arc is kind of very predictable. Oh, I did not see that coming.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's like so. But luckily, I think.
And even like a lot of people were raving about the fact that Gemma Chan was going to be in it. She said she plays Minerva, and I'm just like, she's just a sniper bitch. That's all she is.
Just constantly.
She's just like
ripping,
putting in the digs and shooting people from far away.
I mean, she was more of a very supporting character, but yeah. Okay, I'll move on to what I didn't really like. Okay. Like I said, because it feels like very much like a phase 1 movie, because it's an origin story. So in my eye, it's kind of a plus and a negative. Like the plus side, it is kind of like a throwback to the original days of the MCU when it was all very within itself, very self-contained. But at the same time, like it kind of expected a bit more. So
no, I would disagree with that. I still think it's a positive. I wouldn't say that being anything like Phase 1 is not a negative. I know that the rest of the MCU has moved on, but in this case, it's an origin, like you say, and she doesn't have any build up from any of the other films, and I keep on saying this to people when they ask me about if I liked it and stuff. I was like, it's good. It's very much, like you say, Phase 1, very much Thor, Iron Man 1. It's very much a development and her finding out who she is, what she stands for, and coming to terms with what's happened to her already. And it's self-contained, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's no big faceless army. There's no sky beam.
To be honest, it's on the other side of that. She's literally so OP right now. She's like
I know
Superman,
it doesn't matter exactly. Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, she's Marvel's version of Superman.
People are complaining. She's too overpowered. So is Superman. You don't complain about that. It's like
well, I mean, I complain about
but I mean, in general, like, oh, she's too powerful. I'm like, yeah, but Superman's literally a god in the universe. People don't really brag on him for being too overpowerful. But I think I do believe that in Endgame, the Russos will find a way to kind of nerf her, kind of distract her in a way that they got rid of Thor in Infinity War. Because if he was in there from the beginning, he was just wailing on everyone. So they found a way to get him out the equation for a while. So use them at the same time. So I think they'll do something.
It's going to be the same story arc. It's going to be like they're separate and they all get beaten down, and then they're like, oh, we need to come together, and then they win. Because
Thor and Marvel, they have the space Angels vibe to it, so they'll probably go off on some mission in space.
The pirate angels.
Exactly, they'll probably go off on some mission. So I wouldn't worry too much about her just coming in and punching Thanos to death. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Russos are way too smart for that, so they're not going to let her just come in and just beat the crap out.
And also, I think even though the new trailer dropped yesterday, I was at work and I saw it on Twitter and I was like, ah! And I sent it to my mate who was in the office as well. Or it was on Thursday, wasn't it? And I was like, oh my god, watch the new trailer. And there's a lot of her in it, but I feel like they've picked and chosen the scenes, and I don't think she's going to come in right at the beginning.
I think that scene is probably because they said anything they do show will be from the first 15 minutes of the film. So
oh really?
Yeah, so they're not really spoiling anything to be honest. So because obviously,
well, you knew that she was going to come back. You knew that Ant-Man was going to come back when he turned up in the trailer a few months ago. So,
but Endgame's a whole different video. We can probably go into that.
Probably.
So we'll bring it back.
So we'll bring it back. So I think for me the positives are the Phase 1 thing, and I liked the fact that there wasn't any of this kind of testosterone-y, you need to fight me as yourself, don't use your powers, blah, blah, blah. And she's just like, I'm going to use my powers because I'm super powerful.
That message didn't know me. She's like, you got to control your emotions. They constantly told her, okay, we get it. She's a woman, you have to rub it down her for come on, you got to, we don't know anymore, we've not seen anything. They keep calling me emotional, but we've seen about 5 minutes.
One thing that I noticed, he used SHIELD, the acronym SHIELD. And I was like, didn't they come up with that in Iron Man 1?
Oh, apparently that was just a joke in Iron Man 1. Apparently so, but who cares? Come on, let's cut them some slack. They didn't expect us to go for 10 years.
Yeah, true.
The fact it still makes some kind of sense.
Yeah, that was the only thing that I really, that I thought, that doesn't make sense. I think a lot of it loops in very well with the rest of the...
Yeah, I mean, essentially it's just like a starter for Endgame. I mean, just essentially one long trailer, but I think if you love Marvel, if you love the whole superhero vibe, it's definitely a movie you got to check out.
It's kind of like when Ant-Man came out before Civil War.
No, it wasn't. Black Panther came out before Infinity War.
So then also Ant-Man just came out just before Civil War.
Ant-Man
so
came out in the summer, if I recall. But
no,
I
the
know what you
first
mean.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, I think it came out in the summer. It was.
But it was before Civil War.
Yeah, obviously because he shows up in here.
Yeah. So it's a similar thing.
Mm.
So like, you know, they introduce a new character to give the ensemble piece a bit more range.
Oh, look who it is. Someone's a bit late. We're just gonna wrap this up. Back. Thank you. We're almost done.
Okay, so overall score.
I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. You watch it, you love it. First act's a bit slow, but it picks up by the end.
Yeah, I'm going to give it 3.5 because I did actually really enjoy it. After the first part, I did start enjoying it, so definitely worth watching. And obviously, you have to watch it if you're going to go see Endgame.
Of course, now our coffee's ready, so we're going to call this quits.
Cut.